Adrian Walker was not a lazy man. In fact, if anyone asked him, he would proudly say he had plans, big plans. He always knew what he should do. The problem was never knowledge. The problem was timing. Or rather, the way Adrian treated time as if it were endless. Whenever life knocked on his door, Adrian answered with the same phrase, tomorrow. Tomorrow, he would start exercising. Tomorrow, he would apply for the better job. Tomorrow, he would call his parents. Tomorrow, he would spend more time with his wife. Tomorrow felt safe. Tomorrow felt forgiving. Tomorrow never demanded courage. In his 20s, Adrian believed he was young enough to delay everything. He worked a stable but uninspiring job, telling himself it was temporary. He dreamed of starting a business, but every evening he told himself he was too tired. Tomorrow would be better. Tomorrow he would have more energy. Tomorrow he would begin. Emily, his wife, used to believe in his dreams more than he did. She reminded him gently at first. She encouraged him, listened to his ideas, even helped him write notes and plans. But plans that never meet action slowly rot. Over time, her encouragement turned into silence. Silence turned into distance. Adrian noticed the change, but again, he delayed. He told himself relationships didn't fall apart overnight. Tomorrow, he would fix it. Tomorrow, he would talk to her properly. Tomorrow came and went, quietly. Years passed like pages flipping too fast to read. Adrian moved into his 30s still waiting. He ignored small health warnings, persistent fatigue, weight gain, restless nights. The doctor advised lifestyle changes. Adrian nodded seriously. Tomorrow, he would start. At work, younger colleagues advanced faster. Adrian felt frustration but comforted himself with excuses. He told himself success had no deadline. That one day, when he really decided, everything would change instantly. Then came the first real loss. Emily left. She didn't scream or argue. She simply said she was tired of waiting for a future that never arrived. Adrian stood there, stunned. He wanted to say something meaningful, something that would make her stay. But words delayed too long lose their power. By the time he spoke, her decision was already made. After she left, Adrian promised himself this would be the turning point. Pain would finally push him into action. And for a few days, it did. He woke up early. He made plans. He felt motivated. But motivation without discipline fades quickly. Slowly, he slipped back into old habits. Tomorrow returned, quietly reclaiming its place. His parents aged while he postponed visits. He always assumed there would be more time. Then one day, his phone rang with news that erased that illusion forever. His father passed away suddenly. At the funeral, Adrian stood beside memories he could never recreate. Conversations never had. Apologies never spoken. Moments delayed until they were no longer possible. For the first time, tomorrow felt cruel. Grief shook him, but even grief couldn't change him for long. By his 40s, Adrian's health deteriorated. The warnings he once ignored now demanded attention. Doctors spoke seriously. This time, there was no tomorrow guarantee. Still, Adrian bargained with himself. Just a little later. Just after this week. Just after things calm down. But life does not wait for readiness. One morning, Adrian woke up alone in a quiet apartment. No family photos on the walls. No urgent messages on his phone. No future plans written anywhere. Only regret, heavy, silent, and unavoidable. He finally understood something painful: every delay had been a decision. Not choosing was still choosing. Waiting was not neutral. It was active surrender. Adrian realized he hadn't failed because he lacked talent or opportunity. He failed because he believed time was unlimited. Because he treated life like a rehearsal instead of the main performance. The cruelest lesson came last: action taken too late does not undo the past. It only teaches the cost. Acting late is still a choice. But it is the most expensive one you will ever make.